Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can tell by the title of today's video and also the gameplay, I decided to give Black Ops 7 a chance. Now, if you've watched my channel, you know my stance on Call of Duty. I think it has been going downhill since probably Cold War. Cold War was the last one I would say that was good. It has been going downhill. It has gotten worse. It has gotten sloppier. The multiplayer has gone terrible and unbearable because it feels more like a chore sometimes because of how strict the skill-based matchmaking is. Because when I used to play Black Ops 6, I would enjoy it for a little bit, and then I'd get thrown into the unemployment lobby, and I feel like I'd get punished for playing actually good. But then, I'd be put against people who are just sweaty, unemployed bozos, and then I can't really do anything about it. Like, sometimes it just felt like a chore. But anyways, I gave Black Ops 7 a chance. I'm going to give you my personal feels on it, my thoughts on it, because I've seen some people say it's dog shit, it's horrible, it's bad, and then there's other people saying Call of Duty's back, this is the best COD in the last few years, and it's great, it's peak, and blah blah blah, and whatever else. And then again, there's those voices, there's those words. So I mean, obviously, again, everyone has their own opinion. Again, some people have played the beta and said it's horrible or good. So again, I'm going to give you my stance on it. Now again, some you might expect me to like say, "Oh, it's terrible," or I don't know, it's mid. But I'm going to give you my wording. I'm going to give you my word because I've played it more. So if I was to make this video on the very first day I played it, which was like 2 or 3 days ago, I think just 2 days ago, two days ago, I think. If I was to make this video on the first day I played it, I would tell you it's mid, and I would tell you it's not that good. But as I played it more, and as I played more multiplayer matches, got more of a feel for it, I actually started to enjoy it a bit more. Now, I'm not going to straight up say Call of Duty's back because I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't think Call of Duty's back after this game. I do think, from the sample size, I personally think it's a tad better than Black Ops 6, at least because Black Ops 6 has a lot of issues. Now, again, this game is just a beta, so it's not even out yet fully. But I'm not going to say Call of Duty's back or this is the best Call of Duty in the last few years because, to be honest, that's not really saying much because the last few years of Call of Duty just have not been very good. So I'm going to give you some pros about the multiplayer and then some cons about the multiplayer, and then I'm going to talk about zombies, which I will give you a bit of a spoiler ahead. The zombies is pretty solid. It's similar to Black Ops 6, and if you like Black Ops 6 zombies, then this is going to be good zombies for you. But yeah, so, and also I like the return of survival. I like playing on some smaller maps in zombies and just like surviving through the chaos, you know? I love that, and I like that farm kind of got reimagined in this game, and it's pretty cool. So, anyways, into multiplayer. Let's get into the pros. Gunplay feels nice, but again, it is Call of Duty, so I mean they can't really fuck up the gunplay or the gameplay too much, you know? It's kind of expected, so most people are saying it feels great. I think it's pretty good, you know. It's not like perfect, but from a standpoint, you know, I think it's pretty good. Um, Again, I like the feel of it. You know, when it comes to the fancy jumpy jetpack moving, there isn't actually too much of that unless you run into a unemployed bozo movement god. You know, so oh god, that's the one things I absolutely just cannot stand those movement people. But anyways, might be a skill issue on my part. um, again, the multiplayer does have it's pretty solid. Okay, so again, the gunplay feels nice. The guns in the game are pretty good. Um, the maps are solid. They're not like straight up horrible. They're not like Scud from Black Ops 6, which is an awful fucking map. Um, you know, but the maps are alright. I will say one complaint though: the amount of doors is insane. Can you tone back the amount of doors, Call of Duty? I'm tired of. There's a little too many sometimes. Just sometimes. Sometimes there's too many doors. That's just me. Um, the movement feels fine. You know, it's not as crazy as Black Ops 6. Even though Black Ops 6 doesn't have wall jumping, it might as well because of some of the movement people in that game. Because with the Omni movement and shit, Lord have mercy. Movement feels fine though. You know, it's not terrible. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Like you really hardly notice even the wall running abilities there. At least in my opinion. I was just say I'm not a movement person. I'm not a movement god. I am not going to be able to jump on a wall, do a 360 air spin, slide behind my enemy and kill them. I'm not able to do that. I'm not capable of doing that. But for the most part, you won't really notice the wall jumping's there unless you generally use it or someone uses it on you. Nevertheless, you don't really notice it's there. That's just me. So that's not terrible. As some people are saying, oh, well, enhance future movement, it's really not that bad. Again, unless you run to a movement person, then good luck because they're annoying. Um, Again, this game does not. It's not horrible. It is not a bad game. I've seen some criticism online. People are saying it's general dog shit and it runs horribly. I have not had any performance issues on my end. And also, I will just make a quick statement. I am not being paid by Activision because I still fucking hate them. I think they suck. But this game is not terrible. If I was, I would be glazing this game. But I'm criticizing it because to be a fan of something, you have to be willing to criticize it. And that's one thing Call of Duty fans can't do, I don't think. Some of them. Some of the hardcore ones. They can't criticize Call of Duty no matter what. To be a real fan of something, you have to be willing to criticize it, you know? Like, I'm a Seahawks fan, and I criticized how they played against the Buccaneers because with a couple big mistakes that happened, if those didn't happen, we probably could have won that game. You got to be able to, like, I criticize Halo. I criticize all the things I love. You got to be able to criticize something. And that's something Call of Duty players might be allergic to because they, for some reason, cannot admit that Black Ops 6 is bad. Black Ops 6 isn't terrible, but it's not perfect. What I mean is they can't admit that Call of Duty has fallen off. And they can't admit that Call of Duty has gone to a very low point. Now, again, is this game bringing Call of Duty back, in my opinion? No, absolutely not. But it is a solid step in the right direction, sort of, I guess. You can say that. But again, you got to be willing to criticize it. I'm willing to criticize it. I'm a Call of Duty fan. And even if I don't like the current Call of Duty games that much, like Black Ops 6, Modern Warfare 3 and 2, all of that, you got to be willing to criticize it still. And I love the older games, and even if the newer games are sometimes mid, you got to be willing to criticize it. And I don't think this game is horrible. I think it's solid. And again, the full game isn't even out. Now, again, I really hope this game isn't 150,000 gigs or something at launch, but it probably will be. Not actually that number, of course not. But I wouldn't be surprised if this game's 100 something gigs at launch, and then they hit you with more big updates. Here's a new update, Call of Duty fans. 2 new maps, a new gun, and a new character for 90 gigs. Enjoy. Good luck making space for this update. That's how I feel when I tried playing Black Ops 6. I tried to keep Black Ops 6 for as long as possible because I enjoyed that game for a little bit. But after like 2 or 3 months, it got too big, and also I kind of realized it was not that good of a game. But let's get back to Black Ops 7. I went on a whole rant. Again, sorry. Back to Black Ops 7 because we've been going on a whole random tangent. From a multiplayer standpoint, gunplay feels nice. Movement feels good. It's not a perfect feeling game, but it runs smoothly. Again, I've seen some people say it runs like shit. Maybe that's a you problem. I'm joking. No, on my end, it runs fine. It crashed on me once, but it wasn't. I wasn't even in the game. I was in the menu. One thing I will complain about, I hate how many times you have to update the Call of DHQ. You hop into it, trying to play, and they're like, oh, requires an update. You have to restart it. Boom. You do that once, and then it hits you with another one. Oh, it requires an update. You have to restart it. And then you have to wait like a minute just to load into the goddamn game itself. And then you have to wait to load into the menu. There are good aspects about this game. This game feels fine. Kill streaks are pretty cool. I got that dog. I got the dog a couple matches ago. I wasn't recording this one because this was like one of my best games that I played. I wasn't like perfect by any means, but like I was playing pretty good. I got the dog, and that thing is fucking crazy. I will say, I like the kill streaks in this game so far. Guns are good. Snipers are annoying, but you know can't do anything about that. Sweaty bozos are annoying, but can't do anything about that. Overall, there are some good pros to this game, but of course there are cons, and I will get into those cons in just a moment. I like the multiplayer. I will say I like it. I will not say I love it, and I won't say it's great. I'll say it's pretty solid. I'll say it's pretty good. But so far, I think it's definitely a solid game. Right? I mean, it's solid, you know. It does not mean Call of Duty is back. It does not mean this game is peak. Because I definitely think this game is not perfect. But if you want to say Call of Duty's back, you can. But I will, because I'm not sure if it's the best Call of Duty game in the last few years, because again, it's not even out yet. But again, that's not saying much. It's kind of a low bar because the last few years have just not been that good, in my opinion. But back to it, this game's multiplayer is solid and it has some good features. But let's get into the bad stuff. All right, let's get into some of the cons. I didn't really list too many pros, but I talked about some of the things I like. So that you take it. The TTK, in my opinion, is a little too fast. I understand it's Call of Duty, of course. You know, it's not Halo where you have the shields and you have to shoot them. You have to mag dump somebody just to kill them. But the TTK in this game is like a little outrageously fast. Like it makes Ghosts, it makes Call of Duty Ghosts TTK look slow. And Call of Duty Ghosts had a terrible TTK. That's one thing that sucks about Call of Duty Ghosts is you just die way too quickly. I'm not sure if they will adjust that. It's not terrible to where like it makes me not want to play the game, but like I don't know. There are some things like TTK, one of those things, time to kill. A little bit of a pet peeve, you know, because you die in like a second, and you have no time to do anything, unless you're a movement person and you can do a 360 spin, jump on the wall, dodge every single bullet like the Matrix. Then if you can't do that, you're gonna die. Now, also shooting the goddamn movement demons is so hard. I dealt with one a couple matches ago. He had like some. Oh my god, this guy was like moving. I was trying to kill. I was trying to shoot him, obviously, and he did a slide next to me, jumped on the wall for some reason, and then slid again, and then fucking killed me. And again, maybe that's a skill issue that I can't handle the movement demons, but yeah, I don't know. But again, the TTK is not great in my opinion. It's a little too fast. But I mean, in some, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how much because like you don't want to slow it down to where it's like Black Ops 4 or anything. It's at like a middle ground. I think if you just change it a teensy bit, I think it'd be perfect. But if you like this fast TTK, that's you. But me personally, I don't really fuck with it too much. I'm not gonna say it's horrible because Call of Duty Ghost still has the worst one. It still has the worst TTK, but this game's TTK is not awful, but it's a little too fast. You know, it's like almost to Ghost level. Um, Again, did I talk about the open mosh pit? Did I talk about that? I don't think I did. If I have dementia, then I'm gonna just talk about it again. Um, this is not a con. We're gonna actually go back to a good thing. Open mosh pit is actually really nice. It limits or turns off skill-based matchmaking, I think, completely. I don't know. But it feels so nice because skill-based matchmaking is one of those things, in my opinion, that has been plaguing Call of Duty for the last few years. It felt really strict in Cold War. It was horrible in Black Ops 6 because you'd have one good game and then you'd be put into the unemployment lobby. So the open mosh pit in this game, which I believe, again, limits it or turns it off, is so nice. And honestly, they just need to turn it off entirely, though, in my opinion. They just need to turn it off entirely. And then I think that would get a lot of people back into Call of Duty. Because sometimes, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it just feels more like a chore than actually trying to play Call of Duty fun and casually. Go play ranked if you want to be a sweaty-ass bozo. But for the love of God, you don't need to hop into a casual match, you know, a non-ranked match, and shit on the people who are getting their 9 to 5 shifts and are just trying to have a good time. Call of Duty, again, I'm not sure if I already mentioned that, but that is a very nice breath of fresh air. But even with it, you still run into some sweaty bozos, some people who are completely unemployed, and the movement demons I mentioned who are just absolutely turds to deal with, and they're not fun to play against. They're really not. Hackers. Now, I have not ran into any personally except for one, I think, a couple matches ago. I can't actually confirm if this guy was a hacker, but he had like laser aim. It was his best play. They were showing it at the end of the game. And he like legit locked on to people, so it made me it was kind of hinting that he at least had something. But again, I've seen other clips of hackers taking over games and or just being in the game. And God, Call of Duty's anti-cheat is one thing I will say that has been terrible for the last few years. They go like, "Oh, we got Ricochet, and it stops the hackers." No, the fuck it doesn't. It doesn't do shit to stop them. It stops maybe like 5 of them, maybe about 5 of them out of the, I don't know, other 100 of them trying to get in. You know, it doesn't do shit to stop them. I don't know, man. Again, one thing I will mention, another con, in my opinion, about the multiplayer. I mentioned this earlier. Too many doors on some maps. Like that one map, Blackheart or something. Too many doors. I don't know. Um, what else? What else do I not like about this game personally? I think that's kind of it. These are all kind of like small issues. Again, I mean, I haven't played the game too much. I haven't been playing all the time because again, I have my job. I'm busy and I can't play the game. But I've played at least 10 or so matches of multiplayer. And as I played each one, I've started to enjoy the game a bit more. But I also enjoyed Black Ops 6 for about 2 or 3 months, and then I kind of realized it was dookie. So I do think this game is solid. There are issues. Gameplay's not one of them. I don't think the gameplay's terrible, but TCK can be toned a little bit. You know, it can be toned down a bit. I wish they would get rid of skill-based matchmaking entirely. That'd be awesome. And make a special lobby for unemployed people. That'd be cool. Oh, wait. One more thing I want to mention. One more thing. I fucking hate the fucking main menu. Not the main menu. The lobby. The multiplayer menu. I am tired of the same old boring character, your character, walking down an endless hallway. I think that menu is so awful, and they've been doing it for like the last 5 or 6 years, and it has been exactly the same each time. I mean, it's been different, obviously. Black Ops 6 had it. I mean, they gave you some fire songs at least, but it was still fucking stupid. In Black Ops 7, it's still stupid. It's just your character, your operator, walking down an endless hallway, occasionally sprinting for some reason, and then changing angles. But for the most part, I personally hate it. One thing I will say, another complaint, is that the multiplayer menu as a whole has kind of like looked exactly the same. Like, it has looked almost the same for like the last few years. I don't know. I don't think this game is as much as a copy and paste as Modern Warfare 3 is to Modern Warfare 2. All right, at least they tried and made this game different, at least. Okay? That's one thing. Some people will say this game's a straight up copy and paste. You can say it sort of is. It's not a straight copy and paste like Modern Warfare 3 is to Modern Warfare 2, though. Those games are legit hardly different. There's like maybe a teensy little difference in movement, and that's it. Outside of that, Modern Warfare 3 is just a $70 DLC. This game is at least a different $70 DLC. Now, granted, I don't think it's a straight up copy and paste. But one thing I will complain about is, again, I fucking hate this stupid menu. Oh, we're on the zombies gameplay now. I'm sorry, we ran on multiplayer gameplay. We'll talk about zombies in a second. But I'm so tired of that stupid menu of the character walking down an endless hallway. Please, Activision, change it. Or at least give us settings to, I don't know, have a normal fucking menu. One thing I will say, I also don't like the winner circle. Maybe that's cringe. Maybe that's stupid of me to say. Or I'm jealous because I'm never in it. I'm joking. I don't know. I think it's a little stupid looking. It's a little dumb looking, in my opinion. But not the worst thing in the world, you know. I think I hated it in Black Ops 6 because I had to see all the sweaty people in their dumbass skins. What else? Honestly, outside of that, I think I'm kind of done. I mean, like, kind of done, like, with the cons, I think. You know, again, this game is not perfect. This game is not great. It is not making Call of Duty back. Call of Duty is not back after this game. But I think it's a step in the right direction for all it takes. And is it the best Call of Duty game in the last few years? Not 100% sure if I'd say that yet, because again, the last few years haven't been that great in the first place. And who knows, this game could have like a 2 or 3 month fall off right after launch, because Black Ops 6 had the exact same thing. I personally enjoyed Black Ops 6 for at least a few months. Once it hit maybe like January, and the game just kept on getting bigger, and I also kind of realized the game was kind of mid. I think I officially got rid of it for good in February. And then I got it back in like May, and then I got rid of it again and haven't played it since. So I think that was like the last time I played. But yeah, I think this game is solid. I don't think it's bad. Multiplayer side, it is not horrible. The multiplayer is not bad. I think it's pretty solid. And again, this is just a beta. So one more con. I really hope this game is in like 100 gigs. I mean, I know like 150 gigs or 200, because Black Ops 6 was getting too big, and it was 50 gigs just to get this beta. which is outrageous. And I know damn well the full game at launch will be huge for no reason. I am gonna just say I don't think I'll be seeing this myself playing this game at launch just because of how big it is. And I'm gonna just be honest, I did enjoy the Battlefield 6 beta way more. That's just me personally. I enjoyed the Battlefield 6 beta way more. But I did enjoy this beta. This game is not horrible. Again, there are some people saying it's dog shit or it's horrible. I personally don't believe that. I don't think it's dog shit, but maybe it will be when it launches. Who knows? Maybe it'll be dog shit after a few months. But currently standing, I don't think this game is very bad. I don't think it's very great, but I think it's solid. It's good, as I said. It's solid. But it's not the best Call of Duty game in the last years, and it's not Call of Duty's not back after this. I'm gonna wrap up my multiplayer review because we've been ranting about random shit. Yeah, it's solid. I can't really think of anything else I want to mention, but I feel like I'm gonna forget. No, I feel like I'm gonna like instantly remember what I wanted to mention when I'm done recording. But I think we're done with the multiplayer side. Now on to the zombies. Now, if you liked Black Ops 6 zombies, then you'll like Black Ops 7 zombies. It's pretty similar. It's not bad. It's not terrible. One thing I will fucking say is I don't like the HUD. The HUD is terrible, and I also really hate the Warzonification that has been done to zombies ever since Black Ops Cold War. Now, I've seen some things saying that you can change the HUD and make it look different. If that's, I didn't look into it myself. I might hop on and try tinkering with that. But if that's a thing, that'd be awesome, because I really fucking hate it. Also, health bars. This goes for multiplayer too. I don't like health bars in multiplayer, and I don't like health bars in zombies. It's Call of Duty. I just want to shoot the damn thing and kill it. I don't need to see a health bar on it. I don't know. Some people fucking hate them, and I do too. I don't know. Again, I hate the Warzonification almost in zombies. I hate the Warzone looking HUD. I hate the Warzone armor plates that are in the zombies for some reason, I don't know. Me personally, those are things I hate. But outside of that, this zombies is pretty solid. I like I like that farm kind of made a spiritual return. I like the survival map. Obviously, this is a survival map. I like it. Zombies is pretty solid. Multiplayer is pretty solid. And if this game isn't fucking outrageously large, I might be playing it at launch, but I'm not really sure. Because I'm going to be playing Battlefield 6 at least. I'm definitely going to be playing Battlefield 6. Doesn't that come out soon? What's today? Ooh, 2 days. 2 days till Battlefield 6. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for today's video. So, I will say, this game is not bad. It's not dog shit, because some people are just saying that. Maybe some people just didn't play it. I don't know. Personally, if you haven't played the beta yet, I would say just give it a chance at least. You may like it, you may not like it. If you don't like it, that's cool. I personally, again, will not say this game is great. I don't know if I'll even play the full game. But this game, at least in my opinion, is a little better than Black Ops 6 already. So, take that with what you will. That will wrap it up for today's video, though. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, wait, one more. I want to talk about more. I'm sorry. Backtrack. Yeah, the game is not bad. So, I know I've said it like 1,000 times already. But yeah, it's solid. It's not great. Solid. Anyways, now we will wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, which I will have another video out soon, I think. Probably like, I don't know, in a few days. But, yeah. Last thing I'll just say, this game is, it's a solid step in the right direction. Again, this is not perfect. It's not a perfect game. And Call of Duty is not bad, because some people are just actually glazing the fuck out of Activision for this game. Like the Call of Duty streamers, some of them, But, yeah, it's not horrible. And I do wonder what this game will be like at launch. But I don't know if I'll be able to play it at launch if the game is 200 gigs. So, anyways, see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day.